Hello, my friends, and welcome back to English Flow. I'm Mark, and today I have a very special story for you. This story is about Monday morning. I will tell you what happened to me last Monday from the morning until I got to work. I will use slow English, easy sentences, and simple vocabulary. This story is for beginner-level learners. So relax, listen carefully, and imagine the Monday with me. You can pause and repeat the sentences after me. Let's begin. I woke up on Monday morning. My alarm clock was ringing loudly. It was 6:30 a.m. I opened my eyes slowly. The room was still dark. I did not want to wake up. I felt tired. I turned off the alarm clock. I closed my eyes again. 5 minutes later, the alarm rang again. I forgot to turn off the snooze. I opened my eyes. I looked at the time. It was 6:35 a.m. I sighed. Monday mornings are always difficult for me. I prefer weekends. Weekends are relaxing. Mondays are stressful. I sat up in my bed. My body felt heavy. I rubbed my eyes. I yawned. I stretched my arms. The blanket was warm and comfortable. I wanted to stay in bed, but I could not. I had to go to work. I had to start a new week. I got out of bed. My feet touched the cold floor. I walked to the bathroom. The bathroom was small and cold. I turned into hot water, but it took a long time to get warm. I waited. The mirror was foggy. I could not see myself clearly. I brushed my teeth slowly. The toothpaste tasted minty. I washed my face with cold water first, then warm water. The warm water felt good on my skin. I looked in the mirror again. My hair was still messy. My eyes looked tired. I tried to make my hair look better, but it did not work. I walked to my closet slowly. I opened the door. I looked at all my clothes. I had many shirts, but I did not want to wear any of them. I had many pants, but they all looked boring. This is how I feel every Monday morning. Nothing looks good. Nothing feels right. I picked a blue shirt. It was clean but wrinkled. I put it on anyway. I picked black pants. They were comfortable but old. I put on my work shoes. They were black leather shoes. They looked professional, but they hurt my feet. I did not have time to find different shoes. I walked to the kitchen. My kitchen was small but clean. I had a small table, 2 chairs, and a window. The window looked out to the street. I could see people walking to work. Everyone walked quickly. Everyone looked busy. I made coffee in my coffee machine. It was an old machine, but it made good coffee. I waited for the coffee to finish. The smell filled the kitchen. Coffee smells better than it tastes, I think. But on Monday morning, I need coffee. I need something to help me wake up. I drank my coffee slowly. It was hot and strong. I added a little milk and sugar. The coffee warmed my body. I felt a little more awake, but still not ready for Monday. I looked at the clock on the wall. It was 7:20 a.m. I had only 10 more minutes. I was not hungry, but I knew I should eat something. I opened my refrigerator. I had bread, butter, eggs, and milk. I decided to make toast. I put 2 pieces of bread in the toaster. I waited. The toaster was old and slow. Everything in my apartment was old. The toast popped up. It was golden brown. I spread butter on it. The butter melted into the warm bread. I ate it standing up. I did not want to sit down. If I sat down, I might want to stay. I might want to go back to bed. Monday mornings are dangerous that way. I packed my bag for work. I put my laptop inside. I put my notebook and pen. I put my lunch. I made a sandwich the night before. I always prepare my lunch on Sunday night. Monday mornings are too busy. I put on my coat. It was a gray coat. Perfect for a gray Monday. I picked up my keys. I picked up my phone. I looked around the apartment. Did I forget anything? I could not think clearly. My brain was still sleeping. I walked outside. The air was cold. The sky was still gray. There were many people on the street. Everyone looked tired. Everyone looked like me. Nobody smiled. Monday morning faces are always serious. I walked to the bus stop. It was 3 blocks from my apartment. The sidewalk was wet from the morning dew. My shoes made clicking sounds on the pavement. There were many people walking in the same direction. Everyone was going to work. Everyone had the same tired expression. At the bus stop, there were 15 people waiting. A woman in a red coat checked her phone. A man in a gray suit read a newspaper. A young student wore headphones and closed her eyes. Nobody talked to each other. Monday morning is a quiet time. People keep to themselves. The bus was supposed to come at 7:45 a.m. I looked at my phone. It was 7:47 a.m. The bus was late. A man behind me sighed loudly. A woman tapped her foot impatiently. Being late on Monday morning makes everything worse. Finally, I could see the bus coming down the street. It was a big blue bus with many windows. It looked crowded already. When it stopped, the doors opened with a loud sound. People got off first, then we got on. I had to wait in line. The bus was very crowded. All the seats were taken. I had to stand and hold the metal rail above my head. My bag was heavy on my shoulder. A man was eating a breakfast sandwich. It smelled good, but also made me feel hungry. The bus moved slowly through the city. It stopped at every bus stop. More people got on. The bus became more crowded. I was pressed against other passengers. Someone's elbow touched my back. Someone's bag hit my leg. This is normal on Monday morning buses. I looked out the window. I could see other buses full of people. I could see cars full of people. Everyone was going to work. Everyone looked tired. The whole city was waking up slowly, like a giant person who did not want to get out of bed. The bus ride took 25 minutes. Usually it takes 15 minutes, but Monday morning traffic is always heavy. I got off at my stop. The fresh air felt good after the crowded bus. I walked 2 blocks to my office building. My office building was tall and gray. It had 30 floors. My office was on the 5th floor. In the lobby, there was a security guard. He smiled and said, "Good morning." He was the first person to smile at me all morning. It made me feel a little better. I took the elevator with 5 other people. Nobody spoke. We all looked at the floor numbers. 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor, 5th floor. The elevator made a soft bell sound. The doors opened. I walked to my office. My office was medium-sized. It had 10 desks. 9 other people worked in the same room as me. When I arrived, 6 people were already there. They were drinking coffee and checking their computers. We said good morning to each other quietly. I sat at my desk. I turned on my computer. I looked at my calendar. I had 3 meetings today. I had many emails to answer. I had a report to finish. Monday was going to be a long day. But then something changed. My colleague Sarah brought me a cup of coffee. She smiled and said, "Monday is hard, but we can do it together." Another colleague, John, told a funny joke. We all laughed. I realized something important. Monday mornings are difficult, yes, but I am not alone. We all feel the same way. We all help each other. Work is easier when we work together. Friends make Monday better. At lunchtime, I went to the office cafeteria. It was on the 2nd floor. The cafeteria was bright and clean. There were many tables and chairs. I bought a sandwich and a bottle of water. The sandwich was simple but good. It had turkey, lettuce, and tomato. I sat at a table with 3 of my colleagues. We talked about our morning. Sarah said her coffee machine broke. John said his car would not start. Emma said she forgot her lunch at home. We all had small problems, but we shared them together. Monday mornings are hard, said Sarah, but they get better. Every week is the same, said John, but at least we have each other. Emma smiled. Coffee helps too, she said. We talked about our weekend. Sarah went to the movies. John visited his parents. Emma cleaned her apartment. Normal things, but it felt good to share normal things. After lunch, I felt better. My colleagues were kind. The food was good. The office was warm. Monday afternoon was easier than Monday morning. I worked at my computer for 3 hours. I answered emails. I wrote a report. I attended a meeting. The meeting was boring, but not terrible. Time moved slowly, but it moved. At 4 p.m., I made another cup of coffee. I was tired, but not as tired as the morning. I looked out the office window. The sky was brighter now. The sun was shining through the clouds. The weather was improving, just like my mood. My colleague Sarah came to my desk. She had a chocolate bar. She broke it in half and gave me a piece. Monday treat, she said with a smile. The chocolate was sweet and delicious. Such a small thing, but it made me happy. At 5 p.m., the workday ended. I packed my bag and I said goodbye to my colleagues. I walked to the elevator. Other people were leaving too. Everyone looked more relaxed than in the morning. Monday was almost over. I took the elevator down to the lobby. The same security guard was there. "Have a good evening," he said. "See you tomorrow." He was still smiling. Some people are naturally happy, I think. They make other people happy too. I walked outside. The evening air was cool and fresh. The sky was blue and orange. The sun was setting. It was beautiful. I had not noticed beautiful things in the morning. Monday evening is different from Monday morning. I waited for the bus home. There were fewer people now. Everyone looked tired, but peaceful. The workday was finished. We had survived Monday. Tomorrow would be Tuesday. Tuesday is always easier than Monday. The bus came quickly. It was less crowded than the morning bus. I found a seat by the window. I looked at the city while the bus moved. Restaurants were busy. People were walking with friends. Children were playing in the park. Life was happening all around me. When I got home, I felt grateful. Grateful for my job, even on Monday. Grateful for my colleagues who were kind. Grateful for small things like chocolate and smiles. Grateful that Monday was over. I made dinner at home. I cooked pasta with tomato sauce. I ate it slowly while watching the news on television. The pasta was warm and filling. The news was interesting but not too serious. It was a peaceful evening. Before going to bed, I prepared for Tuesday. I chose my clothes for tomorrow. I made my lunch. I set my alarm clock. I wanted Tuesday to be easier than Monday. Small preparations help big days. That was my Monday story. Monday mornings are hard for many people, but we can make them better. Good friends help. Good coffee helps. Good attitudes help. And remember, Monday only lasts one day. Tuesday always comes. Thank you for listening to my Monday story. I hope it helps you practice your English. Remember, even difficult days have good moments. Look for them, find them, share them with others. I'm Mark, and this is English Flow. Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember that every day, even Monday, is a chance to grow. See you in the next episode.